No one told you that business ownership would require so much personal growth. Well, Kim Daly tells you that, but it's real. It's the extent of your own personal and professional growth that ultimately leads to a financial result. And why is that? Why isn't this business ownership thing just a pure transaction? Like, I'm going to put in my money, I'm going to turn the key, and I'm going to get this earnings claim. Well, because a business is a living, breathing entity. It has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an end. And where does everything in life begin? It begins with our thoughts, our feelings, and our beliefs. So, business ownership requires you to believe something that you can't see yet. Franchise ownership allows you to see other people and to try to borrow their belief, but in the end, you still have to take that leap of faith and you still have to create on your own terms. So we are buying down the learning curve because we get these proven ready made tools. But the belief about your ability to turn this business into the business of your dreams, well, nobody can give you a belief. You have to build that belief for you. You have to be able to walk into your business from your imagination, from your powerful goals and dreams, and create. You have to believe that you can attract people and resources and opportunities and open doors to you. What do most people believe? They believe in what they can see, which is very limiting. They believe in what somebody else has done, which has no bearing on what they can do. They believe for lack. People don't really want to work hard. My market isn't the same. My real estate costs are too high. They believe in what won't work. And then they come crying to me and they say, "Why am I so frustrated as a business owner? I bought a franchise to be successful, Kim, but nothing could be further from the truth." Here's why: you can't think from lack and create abundance. So, in the quantum physics world, which is the world that we live in, the field is responding to us. You send out a vibration, and that vibration is echoed back by the law of attraction. So, the vibration of lack and scarcity, and I don't have enough or there isn't enough, that's real. And if that's what you're sending out, the universe always says yes. So, we think of the universe as the soil that a farmer is planting seeds in. So the soil, it doesn't reject the seeds. Plant deadly poison and you can plant a vegetable. And the land doesn't care what was planted, but by law, it must produce that which was planted. Well, the universe works the same way. This great electromagnetic field that we live in and we radiate into is reading our energy all the time. And so what we're sending out, it always says yes and sends it back. So if you're operating a franchise business and you feel lack, you feel scarcity, you feel doubt, frustration, fear, any of those things are contradictory to what is actually real. What's real in the world is the sunset and the sun rises. The tides come in and go out. The seasons change. Not to be all philosophical on you, but that's what's real. The media is not real. Most of what we believe as humans, it's not real. And here's the real kicker. We all walk around telling ourselves stories, and most of the stories that we tell ourselves, they're not even real. We make it based on somebody else's experience, what we think is going to happen, right? We project into the future and we decide that we know how it's going to go and we make it up, we call it truth, and we live from that truth. Laugh with me because you know it's true. We're all human. We all do it. I am not judging. I'm human too. But here's the thing. I figured this out years ago. And this is the stuff that I figured out and started playing with to create a very different reality in my franchise business. A reality that took me from average performing for 8 years to history making 1 year later. And for the last 13 years, I have been making and breaking my own historic records, living the absolute best life I could ever imagine. And where am I living it from? My active imagination. Who tells me to think from $1 million when I'm making 250? I do. Who tells me to think, well, if I could do that in a year, could I do it in 6 months? Nobody. I do. Who told me that, hey, could you do that in 3 months? I do. Who told me, hey, can you try to do it in 20 hours instead of 40 hours? I do. And who tells you what's real in your business? You do. It's your thoughts and your beliefs. Your beliefs create a vibration, an energy of being you. And it's from the energy of being you that you are sending a signal out and then receiving it back. It's kind of rough news to hear, especially if you don't like the results of your business or your life. But on the flip side, once you embrace it, you're like, wow, this is actually very liberating because when it's not going right, you have no one to blame. You have nowhere to look. All you got to do is look in the mirror, not judging yourself, laughing at yourself, and go, okay, so I can change this. We all have control over our entire reality. So the faster that you wake up and just decide that what I'm saying to you is truth, and you know, deep down inside yourself, you know it's true. There have been times in your life where life seemed to go effortlessly for you, right? Well, think about the state in which you were in when doors seemed to magically open, when the world said yes, when unexpected money came your way, when something that you thought was going to go wrong, maybe it automatically went right. You pulled in and somebody pulled out and you got that front row parking spot. We've all had experiences where we have been the recipient of magic. That's the best way to say it. People think that the business that I have is pure magic. And I have to admit, I live it. And it does feel magical, but it's not magic. It's actually quantum physics. This is why for the last decade of my life, I have been obsessed with studying neuroscience, quantum physics, and psychology. All three of those industries teach what I'm teaching you, that life comes from us. It's not happening to us. That everything that we perceive to be true is true because we're making it true. There's a law of assumption that what you assume is true. Henry Ford said it when he said, if you think you can, you're right. He was making the law of assumption true. These are fundamental laws of the universe that govern the way in which results happen. But the thing is that not too many people know about these laws. We know about the law of gravity. We feel it on our face. Maybe you've heard about the law of attraction because you watched the movie or you read the book. But there are a lot of other laws that are governing the results of your life. So as I woke up and learned all of this, as I was playing with it and experiencing the magic of how this works, and really living this sort of effortless way in my business, I knew that I had a calling. I had to share it with you. It's why I've invested over a year of my life figuring out how to become a manifestation coach and share what I know with you in the clearest, easiest way so that I can help you manifest anything that you want in your franchise business. But what we first have to do to get there is we have to let go of how you thought it was going to go, what you thought you were owed, tools and strategy. And we have to accept that we are the creators of the reality that we live. If you can accept that, then I want you to follow the link in the description below right now and go over to thezsuite.com. This is my coaching academy. It is my personal adult playground that I have created for us to play with these rich ideas and to implement them into how we show up, who we show up as, how we execute in our business. I want to challenge you to find the effortless way to everything that you ever wanted in your franchise business. Because here's the thing, the effortless way has always been there. There's no reason to struggle. There's no reason to be putting in so many hours and grinding it out and getting back so little. The result that you're getting is a signal that something is off. And this is why I've created the Z Suite. So come on over to my personal adult playground so I can teach you what I know, but more importantly, so you can wake up, show up, and become the person who already has everything that you desire. When you show up as that person, baby, you're actually going to see everything that you want manifested in your reality. I can't wait to meet you. Please join me in the Z Suite.